Kuo Po-chuan painted Temple of Confucius in 1956. The point was not to paint the temple itself, but its doors and the two graceful trees at the front. What's interesting is how he painted the red brick walls and the trees. He used his imagination and not just sketches. So he painted one tree with a blue trunk and the other with a gray trunk. The two trees are painted bent over, and also note how he used red to outline them. He did them as if using calligraphy. During this period, he would use blue and white to paint human figures, but with the outlines in red. So whether they are paintings of figures, still life, or landscapes, he has a special way of using natural colors to produce different images. This is a very interesting point because it makes people think that Kuo Po-chuan had a unique way in terms of composition and visual effect, and an amusing way of playing with colors. He painted the ground in the same manner. He used white to bring out the intense sunlight of southern Taiwan. So with blue, red, white, and some yellow and green, he created a fascinating painting with contrasting colors. The white door in the middle of the painting is almost invisible. It seems like we are led from the blue and white shadows on the ground to the center of the painting and through the white door into another artistic realm. It is an amusing setting, with Kuo creating an oil painting on rice paper. Besides using a style that was unique among artists, he used a form of painting that was particularly surprising. After Kuo Po-chuan spent some time in China, he came up with his own way of signing his name. We can see the number 45 and then a square looking like a chop with the character Po inside. The calligraphy was in oil but made to look like it was done with a chop and red ink. 45 does not stand for 1945, but the year of the Republic of China. So you have to add 1911 to 45, and so the artwork was done in 1956. You have to understand his secret code in order to know the period of his works. We can also see this portrait of his wife. We can see that from as early as 1956, he was using bright red and green colors in portraits. Next, we turn to another painting that was done in 1963. Again, we see how he signed his name Po as if he used a seal. He also wrote the number 52. This means he did the portrait of his wife in 1963. The painting uses simple colors of creamy white, red, and blue. He used black for the hair with some blue here and there. Using simple colors and simple strokes, he was able to bring out his wife's strong personality, but also her gentleness. It is a very special but graceful work. Looking at his later works, we see his strong use of pink as background. He loves painting fruit, especially mangoes and lychees, that are commonly seen in Taiwan. He arranged the fruit in no particular order on a blue and white plate with a very simple pink background. The mangoes and lychees were painted in red and green. He added shadows to the fruit to complete one of his most interesting works. Again, it bears his classical signature. Can you guess the year it was done? 60 means that it was done in 1971, 3 years before he passed away.